This is the Iowa Weather Report for Monday, November the 10th, 2014. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. At noon today, we have a trough digging in across the middle part of the country in the Plain States, and this is going to be the beginning of fairly cold air coming into the state and the upper Midwest and pretty much the eastern two-thirds of the country. You'll see a system is going to be coming in with plenty of snow across Minnesota, South Dakota, Wisconsin, maybe a little rain around here, some mixed precipitation near the Iowa-Minnesota border. Highs today will be mainly in the 50s and lower 60s, maybe some upper 40s in the northern counties, but that'll quickly drop off late tonight and into Tuesday. Tuesday we could see some light snow showers in our eastern counties during the morning and maybe into the early afternoon hours. Otherwise it'll be very cold. It will be much different than it will be today. Highs will barely struggle into the 30s for the most part. Even as we move into Wednesday, it'll still remain cold. Highs maybe upper 20s to mid 30s across the state. There'll be some sunshine around, but don't expect a lot of it to be heating up the atmosphere. And even with this high pressure still over the Dakotas, it's still going to remain quite chilly. Highs in the 20s, 30s, lows in the teens. Could see single-digit lows Wednesday morning. But then as we move into the end of the week, Thursday and Friday, really not much change. Temperatures are still remaining mainly in the 30s, lows in the teens. System off to our west will begin to approach, and this could bring us a little bit of activity maybe by Saturday, but as you can see here on Friday, the system is still off to our west. A little bit of snow, flurry activity across Minnesota and Wisconsin, and a little bit of precipitation off to our west. But then as we move into Saturday, that system blows through with a little bit of flurry activity at that point. Doesn't look like anything big at this point. We'll keep watching it in the coming days. And then that system will move off to the east here as we move into next Sunday and Monday. Still see this big vortex of cold air still centered over eastern Canada, still bringing the cold air from the North Pole straight into the country. And this is going to continue to keep the temperatures mainly in the 30s. Could see some snow showers, snow squalls across the Great Lakes. Cold air all the way down into the Tennessee and Ohio River valleys. So this doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. As then we go into the extended period, we see pretty much a bit of a zonal flow, so temperatures could increase a little bit in the next about 10 to 11 days, but still by even that point, the cold air is still going to be entrenched. The 540 line still well to the south of the state, so still looking like below seasonal level temperatures at least through the middle to end of November if this is to be correct. Then if we go to the end of the forecast, here on the about the 24th or so, it looks a little better. We have a trough axis over the west, trough moving off the east coast, but it's pretty much flow coming straight out of the Pacific at that point, so we could see southerly winds that could warm the temperatures back up into the 40s maybe, and maybe a 50 by that point, but this is still over 2 weeks out, and this could be gone on the next run. When we take a look now at the satellite image from last evening, you can see there's the storm system moving in from the west with some high and mid-level clouds, bringing in a little bit of precipitation, mainly in the form of snow over South Dakota, moving into Minnesota at the time. A few clouds over the southeast coast, moving off into the Atlantic, elsewhere fairly calm and quiet. The watch warning map, it didn't look very calm and quiet. Winter storm warnings and advisories from Montana, Wyoming through the Dakotas, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Frost and freeze advisories over Texas, Oklahoma, and southwestern Kansas, and also over Alabama and northwestern Georgia. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days. This goes through Friday evening at 6 o'clock, showing maybe a tenth of an inch of precipitation around here, but the heaviest over the southeast coast, the west coast, and the northern Midwest.